and Bread Nut Festival at the Holy Trinity Anglican Church Annex. Sunday, July 31st, 4 p.m. The historic honoring and unveiling of the Emancipation hero 𝐃𝐫𝐮𝐦, Dennery Village. Monday, 1st August, 4 a.m. Live drums and dance ritual converging at the Castries waterfront in a public celebration of song, dance and rhythm. Castries waterfront. Monday, 1st August, 10 a.m. Lecture by Honorable Dr. 𝐃𝐚𝐬𝐿, UN Permanent Forum, Decade of People of African Descent, St. Lucia, Caribbean Perspective. Lecture by Sir Hilary Beckles, How Europe Underdeveloped the Caribbean, the St. Lucia Model. Monday, 1st August, 5 p.m. A freedom concert featuring St. Lucian musicians, singers and performers. Soufrière Stadium. Tuesday, 11th August, 8 p.m. Youth Podcast, Voices of the Next Generation, National Youth Council and Interact Rotary St. Lucia. Tuesday, 18th August, 8 p.m. Panel discussion, Distribution and Dispensation of Land Post-Emancipation, NTN Studios. Secrets of the Mountain, a series of hikes to Mount Jimmy. Saturday, August 6th, 13th, 27th from 6:30 a.m. Tuesday, 25th August, 7 p.m. Groundbreaking documentary, Mama La Vie, National Cultural Center. Tuesday, 30th August, 9 a.m. La Oise Festival Grand Fête, a sense of tradition, food and entertainment. Castries Constitution Park and William Peter Boulevard. For more information, go to cdfstlucia.org. St. Lucia celebrates Emancipation 2022 under the theme Enkindling Our Consciousness, Embracing Our Past, Celebrating Our Heroes and Strides as a People in a series of engaging, educating and entertaining events from July to August 2022. Be part of the movement. Join the celebration by following the calendar of activities. June through to July. Exciting discussions and discoveries in a traveling community and schools education drive. Sunday, 31st July, 8 a.m. A dynamic food display of breadfruit and bread nut festival at the Holy Trinity Anglican Church Annex. Sunday, July 31st, 4 p.m. The historic honoring and unveiling of the Emancipation hero 𝐃𝐫𝐮𝐦, Dennery Village. Monday, 1st August, 4 a.m. Live drums and dance ritual converging at the Castries waterfront in a public celebration of song, dance and rhythm. Castries waterfront. Monday, 1st August, 10 a.m. Lecture by Honorable Dr. 𝐃𝐚𝐬𝐿, UN Permanent Forum, Decade of People of African Descent, St. Lucia, Caribbean Perspective. Lecture by Sir Hilary Beckles, How Europe Underdeveloped the Caribbean, the St. Lucia Model. Monday, 1st August, 5 p.m. A freedom concert featuring St. Lucian musicians, singers and performers. Soufrière Stadium. Tuesday, 11th August, 8 p.m. Youth Podcast, Voices of the Next Generation, National Youth Council and Interact Rotary St. Lucia. Tuesday, 18th August, 8 p.m. Panel discussion, Distribution and Dispensation of Land Post-Emancipation, NTN Studios. Secrets of the Mountain, a series of hikes to Mount Jimmy. Saturday, August 6th, 13th, 27th from 6:30 a.m. Tuesday, 25th August, 7 p.m. Groundbreaking documentary, Mama La Vie, National Cultural Center. Tuesday, 30th August, 9 a.m., Laois Festival Grand Fête, a sensory experience of color, a celebration of tradition, food and entertainment. Castries Constitution Park and William Peter Boulevard. For more information, go to cdfstlucia.org. St. Lucia celebrates Emancipation 2022 under the theme Enkindling Our Consciousness, Embracing Our Past, Celebrating Our Heroes and Strides as a People in a series of engaging, educating and entertaining events from July to August 2022. Be part of the movement. Join the celebration by following the calendar of activities. June through to July. Exciting discussions and discoveries in a traveling community and schools education drive. Sunday, 31st July, 8 a.m., a dynamic food display of breadfruit and bread nut festival at the Holy Trinity Anglican Church Annex. Sunday, July 31st, 4 p.m., the historic honoring and unveiling of the Emancipation hero Petroni, Dennery Village. Monday, 1st August, 4 a.m. Live drums and dance ritual converging at the Castries waterfront in a public celebration of song, dance and rhythm. Castries waterfront. Monday, 1st August, 10 a.m. Lecture by Honorable Dr. 𝐃𝐚𝐬𝐿, UN Permanent Forum, Decade of People of African Descent, St. Lucia, Caribbean Perspective. Lecture by Sir Hilary Beckles, How Europe Underdeveloped the Caribbean, the St. Lucia Model. Monday, 1st August, 5 p.m. A Freedom Concert featuring St. Lucian musicians, singers and performers. Soufrière Stadium. Tuesday, 11th August, 8 p.m. Youth Podcast, Voices of the Next Generation, National Youth Council and Interact Rotary St. Lucia. Tuesday, 18th August, 8 p.m. Panel discussion, Distribution and Dispensation of Land Post-Emancipation, NTN Studios. Secrets of the Mountain, a series of hikes to Mount Jimmy. Saturday, August 6th, 13th, 27th from 6:30 a.m. Tuesday, 25th August, 7 p.m. Groundbreaking documentary, Mama La Vie, National Cultural Center. Tuesday, 30th August, 9 a.m. Laois Festival Grand Fête, a sensory experience of color, a celebration of tradition, food and entertainment. Castries Constitution Park and William Peter Boulevard. For more information, go to cdfstlucia.org. St. Lucia celebrates Emancipation 2022 under the theme Enkindling Our Consciousness, Embracing Our Past, Celebrating Our Heroes and Strides as a People in a series of engaging, educating and entertaining events from July to August 2022. Be part of the movement. Join the celebration by following the calendar of activities. June through to July. Exciting discussions and discoveries in a traveling community and schools education drive. Sunday, 31st July, 8 a.m. A dynamic food display of breadfruit and bread nut festival at the Holy Trinity Anglican Church Annex. Sunday, July 31st, 4 p.m. The historic honoring and unveiling of the Emancipation hero Petroni, Dennery Village. Monday, 1st August, 4 a.m. Live drums and dance ritual converging at the Castries waterfront in a public celebration of song, dance and rhythm. Castries waterfront. Monday, 1st August, 10 a.m. Lecture by Honorable Dr. 𝐃𝐚𝐬𝐿, UN Permanent Forum, Decade of People of African Descent, St. Lucia, Caribbean Perspective. Lecture by Sir Hilary Beckles, How Europe Underdeveloped the Caribbean, the St. Lucia Model. Monday 1st August 5 p.m. A freedom concert featuring St. Lucian musicians, singers and performers. Soufrière Stadium. Tuesday 11th August 8 p.m. Youth Podcast, Voices of the Next Generation, National Youth Council and Interact Rotary St. Lucia. Tuesday 18th August 8 p.m. Panel discussion, Distribution and Dispensation of Land Post-Emancipation, NTN Studios. Secrets of the Mountain, a series of hikes to Mount Jimmy. Saturday August 6th, 13th, 27th from 6:30 a.m. Tuesday 25th August 7 p.m. Groundbreaking documentary, Mama La Vie, National Cultural Center. Tuesday 30th August 9 a.m. La Oise Festival 𝐶𝐿 Fête, a sensory experience of color, a celebration of tradition, food and entertainment. Castries Constitution Park and William Peter Boulevard. For more information, go to cdfstlucia.org. St. Lucia celebrates Emancipation 2022 under the theme Enkindling Our Consciousness, Embracing Our Past, Celebrating Our Heroes and Strides as a People, in a series of engaging, educating and entertaining events from July to August 2022. Be part of the movement. Join the celebration by following the calendar of activities. June through to July. Exciting discussions and discoveries in a traveling community and schools education drive. Sunday 31st July 8 a.m. A dynamic food display of breadfruit and bread nut festival at the Holy Trinity Anglican Church Annex. Sunday July 31st 4 p.m. The historic honoring and unveiling of the Emancipation hero Petroni, Dennery Village. Monday 1st August 4 a.m. Live drums and dance ritual converging at the Castries waterfront in a public celebration of song, dance and rhythm. Castries waterfront. Monday 1st August 10 a.m. Lecture by Honorable Dr. June Soomer. UN Permanent Forum, Decade of People of African Descent, St. Lucia, Caribbean Perspective. Lecture by Sir Hilary Beckles, How Europe Underdeveloped the Caribbean, the St. Lucia Model. Monday 1st August 5 p.m. A freedom concert featuring St. Lucian musicians, singers and performers. Soufrière Stadium. Tuesday 11th August 8 p.m. Youth Podcast, Voices of the Next Generation, National Youth Council and Interact Rotary St. Lucia. Tuesday 18th August 8 p.m. Panel discussion, Distribution and Dispensation of Land Post-Emancipation, NTN Studios. Secrets of the Mountain, a series of hikes to Mount Jimmy. Saturday August 6th, 13th, 27th from 6:30 a.m. Tuesday 25th August 7 p.m. Groundbreaking documentary, Mama La Vie, National Cultural Center. Tuesday 30th August 9 a.m. La Oise Festival 𝐶𝐿 Fête, a sensory experience of color, a celebration of tradition, food and entertainment. Castries Constitution Park and William Peter Boulevard. For more information, go to cdfstlucia.org. St. Lucia celebrates Emancipation 2022 under the theme Enkindling Our Consciousness, Embracing Our Past, Celebrating Our Heroes and Strides as a People, in a series of engaging, educating and entertaining events from July to August 2022. Be part of the movement. Join the celebration by following the calendar of activities. June through to July. exciting discussions and discoveries in a traveling community and schools education drive. Sunday, 31st July, 8 a.m., a dynamic food display of breadfruit and bread nut festival at the Holy Trinity Anglican Church Annex. Sunday, July 31st, 4 p.m., the historic honoring and unveiling of the Emancipation hero Petroni, Dennery Village. Monday, 1st August, 4 a.m. Live drums and dance ritual converging at the Castries waterfront in a public celebration of song, dance and rhythm. Castries waterfront. Monday, 1st August, 10 a.m. Lecture by Honorable Dr. June Soomer. UN Permanent Forum. Decade of People of African Descent, St. Lucia, Caribbean Perspective. Lecture by Sir Hilary Beckles. How Europe Underdeveloped the Caribbean, the St. Lucia Model. Monday, 1st August, 5 p.m. A Freedom Concert featuring St. Lucian musicians, singers and performers. Soufriere Stadium. Tuesday, 11th August, 8 p.m. Youth Podcast, Voices of the Next Generation, National Youth Council and Interact Rotary St. Lucia. Tuesday, 18th August, 8 p.m. Panel Discussion, Distribution and Dispensation of Land Post-Emancipation, NTN Studios. Secrets of the Mountain, a series of hikes to Mount Jimmy. Saturday, August 6th, 13th, 27th from 6:30 a.m. Tuesday, 25th August, 7 p.m. Groundbreaking documentary, Mama La Vie, National Cultural Center. Tuesday, 30th August, 9 a.m. La Oise Festival Grand Fête, a sensory experience of color, a celebration of tradition, food and entertainment. Castries Constitution Park and William Peter Boulevard. For more information, go to cdfstlucia.org. St. Lucia celebrates Emancipation 2022 under the theme Enkindling Our Consciousness, Embracing Our Past, Celebrating Our Heroes and Strides as a People in a series of engaging, educating and entertaining events from July to August 2022. Be part of the movement. Join the celebration by following the calendar of activities. the historic honoring and unveiling of the Emancipation hero 𝐃𝐫𝐮𝐦, Dennery Village. Monday, 1st August, 4 a.m. Live drums and dance ritual converging at the Castries waterfront in a public celebration of song, dance and rhythm. Castries waterfront. Monday, 1st August, 10 a.m. Lecture by Honorable Dr. 𝐃𝐚𝐧𝐜, UN Permanent Forum, Decade of People of African Descent, St. Lucia, Caribbean Perspective. Lecture by Sir Hilary Beckles, How Europe Underdeveloped the Caribbean, the St. Lucia Model. Monday, 1st August, 5 p.m. A freedom concert featuring St. Lucian musicians, singers and performers. Soufrière Stadium. Tuesday, 11th August, 8 p.m. Youth Podcast, Voices of the Next Generation, National Youth Council and Interact Rotary St. Lucia. Tuesday, 18th August, 8 p.m. Panel discussion, Distribution and Dispensation of Land Post-Emancipation, NTN Studios. Secrets of the Mountain, a series of hikes to Mount Jimmy. Saturday, August 6th, 13th, 27th from 6:30 a.m. Tuesday, 25th August, 7 p.m. Groundbreaking documentary, Mama La Vie, National Cultural Center. Tuesday, 30th August, 9 a.m. La Oise Festival Gouan Fête, a sensory experience of color, a celebration of tradition, food and entertainment. Castries Constitution Park and William Peter Boulevard. For more information, go to cdfstlucia.org. St. Lucia celebrates Emancipation 2022 under the theme Enkindling Our Consciousness, Embracing Our Past, Celebrating Our Heroes and Strides as a People in a series of engaging, educating and entertaining events from July to August 2022. Be part of the movement. Join the celebration by following the calendar of activities. June through to July. Exciting discussions and discoveries in a traveling community and schools education drive. Sunday, 31st July, 8 a.m. A dynamic food display of breadfruit and bread nut festival at the Holy Trinity Anglican Church Annex. Sunday, July 31st, 4 p.m. The historic honoring and unveiling of the Emancipation hero 𝐃𝐫𝐮𝐦, Dennery Village. Monday, 1st August, 4 a.m. Live drums and dance ritual converging at the Castries waterfront in a public celebration of song, dance and rhythm. Castries waterfront. Monday, 1st August, 10 a.m. Lecture by Honorable Dr. 𝐃𝐚𝐧𝐜, UN Permanent. St. Lucia celebrates Emancipation 2022 under the theme Enkindling Our Consciousness, Embracing Our Past, Celebrating Our Heroes and Strides as a People in a series of engaging, educating and entertaining events from July to August 2022. Be part of the movement. Join the celebration by following the calendar of activities. June through to July. Exciting discussions and discoveries in a traveling community and schools education drive. Sunday, 31st July, 8 a.m. A dynamic food display of breadfruit and bread nut festival at the Holy Trinity Anglican Church Annex. Sunday, July 31st, 4 p.m. The historic honoring and unveiling of the Emancipation hero 𝐃𝐫𝐮𝐦, Dennery Village. Monday, 1st August, 4 a.m. Live drums and dance ritual converging at the Castries waterfront in a public celebration of song, dance and rhythm. Castries waterfront. Monday, 1st August, 10 a.m. Lecture by Honorable Dr. 𝐃𝐚𝐧𝐜, UN Permanent Forum, Decade of People of Africa.
niggas, this is rest. Peace, perfect peace. Sorrow searching round. A niggas bosom, not what can is found. Peace, perfect peace. If love once far away, once far, the niggas keeping we are safe and safe. Guys, keeping we are safe. Peace, perfect peace. Our future alone, future alone. Niggas we know, and he's on the throne. No, and he's on this perfect peace. Dead shadowing us in ours. Dead shadowing us. Niggas has vanquished death and all its powers. Has vanquished death. It is enough. Our struggle soon shall cease. Our struggle soon. The niggas cause to Zion perfect peace coming down. Cause to Zion perfect peace. In a holy Mount
Zion, 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 Lord, Holy Mount Zion, Zion, Selah, 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 Hallelujah, Hallelujah, to King of Kings. Oh, Queen Omega, Father and Mother of
Holy Mount Zion. Holy Mount Zion. Freedom, God, Jarastafari, Selah, Jarastafari, rise till ancient I have been gathered against the walls of Lana. My home is in Zion, just waiting for me. And when I reach there, how happy I'll be. My home is in Zion. No rugby. King niggas ready. Paid it all for me. Africa for the Africans. Repatriation is a must of the Most High. Earthquake. Blessed and sanctified.
Sirajamba, Haridonda Savi, Quantifiridonda Sawa, Sirakundi, Sirajamba. Sirakundi, Sirajamba, Haridonda Savi, Quantifiridonda Sawa, Haridonda Savi, Quantifiridonda Sawa.
shot for you. Don't forget this cable I have.
We are now joined by St. Lucia's fishermen. Please feast your eyes across the ocean. And let's welcome our fishermen. Wherever you're roaming, you might have taken you across the diaspora. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome also to those who are watching and feeling connected to us because of our heritage. One love, one heart, one peace. Let's give thanks by giving a rousing round of applause to all of the performers who have gone before. Today we are all one, so let's give another round of applause to the head of government here with us, Prime Minister Honorable 𝐃𝐽𝐿, and all of the ministers of government, all the heads of organizations and members of agencies who are contributing in one way or another to making today's event a success. You might be saying you've never seen a celebration of emancipation ever in this way. You've never seen it done before. So let's thank all of those who are making this possible, the government of St. Lucia, for providing full support and thereby giving new meaning to one of the most important holidays for us as St. Lucians. There are activities taking place all over St. Lucia, all meant to strengthen our pride, the pride of who we are as a people, to deepen our commitment to uplift and honor our heritage, our African ancestry. And so we are thankful for today as we continue to remember our ancestors in this celebration. The theme for our 2022 Emancipation Day celebration is enkindling our consciousness. And so we invite you to celebrate with us as we honor and remember our ancestors. At this time, we shall call up to the podium for some remarks, brief remarks, Honorable Richard Frederick, Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister with responsibility for housing and local government. Honorable Minister.
Thank you much, Mistress of Ceremonies. Might I just ask you in the interest of time to accept that protocol has already been established. That having been said, I need to acknowledge the presence of my Prime Minister, the Honorable Philippe J. and of course Deputy Ernest Hilaire, along with the Ambassador of Taiwan, Mr. Peter Cheng, and his lovely wife. Dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good morning to you. Today is Emancipation Day, and what does that mean to the average St. Lucian? What does it symbolize? The freedoms that we enjoy, the rights that we have, should not be taken lightly. Our forefathers fought for those freedoms. They had to fight, they had to rebel and do everything that it took them to free themselves from the slave bondage. When you revisit our dark historic era, you would realize that our ancestors were traded for just a piece of cloth, taken from Africa, crossed the turbulent oceans for weeks and weeks, if not months and months, shelved in a cubicle aboard those vessels that carried thousands and thousands of them. Each of them had just enough space a body can fit in. Think of a coffin. This is how our ancestors were transported for months as they traversed the unfriendly seas. A lot of them died during the voyage and were merely thrown overboard. They were just considered lost cargo at the time, as that is what they were deemed to be. They were considered as goods, a merchandise, or as property of their colonial masters. And a colonial master was ranked in richness based upon the amount of slaves that he owned. Before 1834, they were deemed outright slaves, but between 1834 and 1838, they were called more palatably as indentured servants. Total freedom came in 1838 when they were no longer indebted to their colonial masters. At that time, over 13,000 St. Lucians, over 13,000 on 384 plantations were freed. And August 1st is the day we mark this day in our dark history. Whilst we enjoy the holiday, today is a day that demands us to do some reflection, some introspection. The atrocities handed down to our ancestors can be forgiven, but not forgotten. Slavery has done irreparable damage to us as a people. Though we enjoy freedom today, physical freedom that is, we must as a people take heed of Marcus Garvey's counsel, repeated by Bob Marley in song, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Up to now, buried in the psyche of our people, of most of our people, enveloped in their consciousness, whether they would readily admit it or not, it is the phenomenon that the lighter you are, the less melanin you have in your skin, is the prettier you are, or the more handsome you are, the more globally embraced you will be, as though lighter is better than darker. This is a sad reality inculcated in the minds of our people by nothing else but slavery. Today we must join hands in changing that mindset. And when I see our ancestors fought so hard to give us freedom, and we take this freedom and impose what can be equated on ourselves to slave bondage, I ask, what are our people thinking? Let us always remember our forefathers. Let us remember how they led uprising against the colonial masters to gain the freedom that we enjoy today. And as the theme for this year's celebration goes, enkindling our consciousness, demands 𝐃𝐫𝐮𝐦. We need to revamp our consciousness amongst us as a people. Let us show appreciation for the struggles of our ancestors, the commitment they made to give us this freedom which we enjoy. We must remember those brave men and women. And even if complete abolition of slavery came in 1838, it took this country of ours another 114 years. Yes, another 114 years, so that each and every citizen could have voted. It was only as recent as 1952 when all citizens could have gone to the polls to cast a ballot. Universal adult suffrage it is called. Our ancestors fought. Our people fought. The rights that we enjoy today came with tremendous sacrifices. Let us not use those rights to return ourselves to the very dark era that once prevailed us. We would like to forget that era. Let me end by basically ending with two quotes. It was Slavoj Zizek who said, "You are given the freedom of choice on one condition, that you make the right choice." And one Mokokoma said, "Some things are not worth dying for, but without them, life is not worth living." I want to thank each and every one of you. I want to thank St. Lucians in the diaspora abroad or wherever else in the global village they may find themselves, and wish them happy Emancipation Day. I thank you.
Siya
the readers, they're reading.
For your understanding, sir.
Is the two of us? Is the two of us reading the?
There you go.
To move it?
Greetings and welcome. Protocols already established, but I want to acknowledge the presence of the Honorable Prime Minister, Philippe J. Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Ernest Hilaire, District Rep for Castries Central, Honorable Richard Frederick, ambassadors, dignitaries, esteemed St. Lucians, welcome and blessed emancipation to ones and all. With me, Right Honorable Empress 𝐾𝐫𝐮𝐦 Archer, founder of the Ubuntu movement, leading Empress of the EABIC, and we're here primarily to share with you a 7-point demand for restorative justice, which we will be presenting to the Governor General this morning. So I say greetings and blessed love, and I would hand over to Empress 𝐾𝐫𝐮𝐦, where she will be starting the reading of the demands. Empress 𝐾𝐫𝐮𝐦, blessed love.
Blessed love. Greetings and salutations, Your Excellency, Mr. Cyril Errol Charles. I bring greetings to you with the cordial sentiments of St. Lucia's Rastafari community, the Ubuntu Rastafari Cultural Center, and its Justice and Healing, Judgment and Heaping 𝐃𝐚𝐽𝐺 initiative, Jaja and I. This letter is also to inform and share with you the Rastafari community's call for restorative justice through 7 key demands from Your Majesty's government. As an introduction, the Ubuntu Rastafari Cultural Center umbrellas the 2022 Justice and Healing, Judgment and Heaping 𝐃𝐚𝐽𝐺 initiative, Jaja and I, operating through a secretariat in Castries, St. Lucia. We are currently engaged in a series of cultural, educational, spiritual, and economic activities covering 130 years, 13 decades since the birth of Emperor Haile Selassie I, 188 years since the British Emancipation Declaration, and 135 years since the birth of the Right Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. We have also actively collaborated with the Cultural Development Foundation in providing educational and cultural lectures and consultations on the importance, meaning, and requisite activities to facilitate true emancipation. It has been nearly 9 decades since the Rastafari movement established a moral presence supporting the African-Ethiopian resistance to injustices and retaining the dignity of an African lifestyle of goodness. Rastafari has also made and continue to make demands for reparations for past injustices while exploring the possibility for African repatriation. Since the Caribbean independence era of the 1960s to the 1980s, Rastafari suffered many injustices and indignities at the hands of both the former colonizers and the governments who took over from them. Ongoing persecutions and systematic atrocities continue to traumatize members of the Rastafari community across the Caribbean region. The persecutions have driven many to the edge of cultural and spiritual extinction, and of course the lives of many Rastafari children and elders. In response to these ongoing atrocities, the Ubuntu Rastafari Cultural Center's Jaja and I Secretariat was established as a nerve center to address and ultimately resolve the challenges. The 13th decade since the birth of Rastafari is seen by the seers, prophets, and priests of Rastafari as a critical point in the Caribbean for reflection, redemption, and reconciliation among our people. I have also concluded that the die is truly cast and that there are only two choices left in the current reality of Western societies: justice and healing, or judgment and heaping of fire coals on the heads of the wicked. In fact, the judgment is inevitable, but some unwitting perpetrators of injustice against I can still be saved. Theirs is the choice: restorative justice or condemnation in judgment. The choices are clear. Further, the work of the Secretariat is focused in part on a moral campaign inclusive of communication, multimedia, and legal work to inform the public of the atrocities committed against our people and to claim the justice they deserve. I work includes collecting, documenting, and educating the public on the regional atrocities committed against our people, creating a documentary from Rastafari perspectives that promotes public awareness of the atrocities, owning, sharing, and using our own voices and the Caribbean voices to tell our story, and a cogent legal strategy that will pursue local and regional remedies against governments and agencies that are targeted for restorative justice. Your Excellency, it is I duty to make you aware of the following 7 points demand for restorative justice. Blessed love.
The first one, land ownership. Provide a framework to assist in acquiring land with infrastructural development, ecological sustainable housing, and community-based development. The desired lands include lands currently occupied by Rastafari groups and individuals, and unoccupied crown lands associated with atrocities against Rastafari. Example, Mount Jimmy.
Health care. Facilitate capacity building in alternative medicine technologies and funding for psychological and emotional support for the years of trauma inflicted upon the community by agents of the government. Establish healthcare institutions for research and development of morally and ethically sound wellness technologies. Also, the granting of exemptions from unsafe and experimental medical procedures that are contrary to INI's spiritual and cultural ethos, such as vaccines. As a suggestion, the Mount Kailash Rejuvenation Center's wellness business model should be included as part of a comprehensive approach to restorative health. Appropriate facilities must be established to provide psychological and emotional support, allowing for the establishment of spaces specifically designed to treat members with mental health in keeping with our faith. The primary expectation here is for appropriate allocation of financial resources to employ Rastafari professionals in the treatment and recovery of traumatized Rastafari and other African persons who were directly or indirectly traumatized by the actions of our government.
Education, building educational institutions that are in line with our historical, cultural, and spiritual truths. Provisions of access to high-end technology that facilitates academic development, rewriting the narrative of the history of the Rastafari faith by Rastafari academics and implementation into mainstream educational institutions. Empowerment of academic institutions such as the School of Sacrament, Rastafari University, and other effective models of Rastafari schooling at the elementary, primary, and secondary levels should be engaged and financed.
Theology of the Rastafari must be legally accepted and all associated benefits be duly provided. Assertion of Rastafari theological authenticity and rights must be highlighted in public discourses and in statements by appropriate governmental agencies.
Financial economic empowerment. Establishment of finance pools Accessibility to Rastafari entrepreneurs managed and implemented by Rastafari. A specific negotiated amount of money must be allocated from the government and must be correlated to known economic costs for funding startups, innovative research into nature-based products and services, and on supporting and subsidize existing Rastafari businesses.
Allow the unrestricted movement of cannabis throughout the globe for sacramental use or any use deemed fitting by the community. Although sacramental spaces are already part of the ongoing deliberations and restorative justice initiatives in St. Lucia, full acceptance and sensitization of the justice and security apparatus of the state must be initiated for effective implementation.
Establishment and facilitation of diplomatic ties with Africa, with the Africa Union and various governments of African states, to initiate dialogue for the ultimate repatriation of Rastafari and those who want to repatriate to the motherland. This connection will also facilitate trade and movement of people in recognition of the values to be gained from the interaction of our people on the continent and abroad.
Your Excellency, this letter is an appeal to your conscience and for the taking of a moral stance against systematic injustices, past, present, and thus eliminating these occurrences in the future. The Ubuntu Rastafari Cultural Center and the Jaja and I welcomes your participation, solidarity, and input in the common fight, fully recognizing the power and might we can exude as a unified people. As the Right Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey says, nothing is worth achieving unless achieved through unity. We are inviting you to be a part of our demands because whether or not it will be met. And I look forward to proactivity in fulfilling this divine will of the people. May peace be within your walls and prosperity within your palaces. One God, one aim, one destiny. Holy Emmanuel, Selassie, Jah, Rastafari.
Empress Danny, President of the Ayanola Council for the Advancement of Rastafari, I once again want to thank everybody for participating. And later this evening, we have a show in Sufra. We also would like you all to participate. Once again, we say blessed love.
A round of applause, please, for 𝐃𝐽𝐿, the 𝐷𝐢𝐭𝐮𝐦 drummers, for another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for 𝐃𝐽𝐿 and the 𝐷𝐢𝐭𝐮𝐦 drummers, for what no doubt was a powerful, passionate plea for reparatory or restorative justice on behalf of the Rastafarian community. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the stage the Honorable Dr. Ernest Hilaire, Minister for Tourism, Investment, Creative Industries, Culture, and Information.
Thank you very much, Mistress of Ceremony. Honorable Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre, Minister in the Prime Minister's Office, Honorable Richard Frederick, and Parliamentary Representative for Castro Central, who has welcomed us here this morning, the Excellency Taiwanese Ambassador to St. Lucia and his staff and family, other heads of international organizations, specially invited guests, St. Lucians, good morning. You must admit today is a special day. It is a day, like my colleague before me said, that never before have we started a celebration of Emancipation Day in this manner. And in this regard, I must pay special homage to our Honorable Prime Minister. We must. During the campaign, in preparing our manifesto, the Prime Minister said, we must never, ever continue to celebrate Emancipation Day the way we have done it in St. Lucia. And when he became Prime Minister and he appointed me as Minister, he said one of the first things he wanted done was for me to get Emancipation Day celebrations right. I listened to him, I believed him, but he also delivered. When we started to prepare the budget, he made sure there were monies in the allocations for us to be able to celebrate today. That was his commitment to making today a different day in our history. And I said to him, Prime Minister, we will get it done. And when we were celebrating Carnival, he reminded me, don't forget Emancipation, you know. I told him, don't worry, we already have it locked down. Because he was intent on seeing that in our evolution as a society, we place emancipation and give it the significance that it deserves. I think we should also pay homage to the Rastafarian community. We must. When people were afraid of speaking about emancipation, the Rastafarians were talking about it. When persons were afraid to speak about Pan-Africanism, the Rastafarians were talking about it. When people were afraid to speak about reparations, the Rastafarians were talking about it. And when our consciousness dropped low, the Rastafarians worked hard to raise our level of consciousness. And you must all admit over the years, they've gone through a lot of oppression. Our society has ostracized Rastafarianism. We know the history. Let's not pretend it is not so. And I am pleased today they can come forth and they can celebrate as a true custodian of our consciousness over all the few years that we've evolved as a society. I saw the boats come in the background and I felt chills because though they may just be fishing boats and they're not slave ships, when the slave ships came through this harbor, they came with Africans in chains, shackled. The fishermen in a symbolic way came, but they were not in shackles. They did not come in chains. In their own small, meaningful way, they sailed into this harbor, telling us that we are free people. We gathered here this morning, and this is not an auction. These are free people celebrating emancipation. Let us always remember what we went through as a society. Some persons have messaged me and they ask me, why do we want to relive the past, the painful past? Why don't we just forget slavery and just move on? Why all this thing about emancipation? And I say to them, if we are a bold civilization, if we are confident people, we can look at our past and say we can conquer the future. That we can say we can learn from our past, our struggles, our tribulations, and we can say we are resilient people. We have suffered as a people, but we have overcome. And if we are confident, if we believe we can face all the present day injustices, all the injustices we face in the international community, unfair trading practices, unfair financial arrangements, all the challenges we face in today's world, remind ourselves as a people we have overcome in the past. And that's what learning our history tells us. When we look back on the past, we can see what we have overcome. We have survived slavery. We have survived the 1920s, the 1930s. We got the right to vote. We became independent because we have built resilience in ourselves as a people. So the challenges we face today, whether it is COVID, whether it's rising food prices, whether it's all the unfair practices that exist, we can overcome it too because we are resilient people. And that is what commemorating today is all about. It's not just about slavery. It's a statement of our capacity as a people to look to the future boldly, confidently, and say we can overcome and we'll build a better St. Lucia. So the celebration today is not just about slavery. It's a statement about who we are as a people and where we are heading. And I have confidence, my people, that we will have a better future and we will build a better society. We will overcome our challenges just like we did during slavery, just like we did for decades. We shall overcome and we'll build a better St. Lucia. And I am confident that we will do so. So let's celebrate today. This is the first year we're really putting in place a celebration. Next year will be bigger and better. And the year after will be bigger and better. And if we continue it, the celebration of emancipation, the acknowledgement of our history will be etched in our everyday life. And I look forward to this. This is a start, but it is not the end. Thank you, my people. Thank you.
Oh no no, mama. 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 Oh no no, mama.
Keep the applause going for the National Choir. Today we celebrate freedom. We celebrate and we commemorate our overcoming spirit. We honor our African ancestors and we are celebrating our resilience. At this time, let's welcome to the podium Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Philip J. Pierre, Prime Minister, Minister for Finance, Economic Development and Youth Economy.
Thank you very much, Mr. of Ceremonies, Minister for Culture, Tourism and Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable Ernest Hilaire, Parliamentary Representative for Castries Central, Honorable Richard Frederick, Mayor of Castries, members of the Diplomatic Corps, my sisters and my brothers, good morning. Happy Emancipation Day. In my first Emancipation Day message to you as Prime Minister last year, which was just 3 days after I was sworn in as the new head of government, I pointed out that in the past, the commemoration of this momentous event in our history had not been accorded the importance it deserved. And I declared, and I quote, "This message today from me as Prime Minister is a signal that from now, this government will make the 1st of August a major event in our national calendar. Our self-esteem, our dignity, our respect for the lives and struggles of our forefathers demand this of us. And I can say to you now that as of today, we have kept our promise. For the first time in our memory, a government has organized Emancipation Day activities on a national scale. The committee, which was established for the purpose by the Ministry of Culture under the leadership of the Honorable Ernest Hilaire, the Cultural Development Foundation and Events Committee, has designed an exciting 3-month program which formally began in Dennery on Sunday, 31st July, with the recognition of a national hero, Petrolin. I want to thank the Minister of Culture, the CDF, and everyone involved, and you, the public, on the committee, immensely for the excellent task that they have accomplished in translating our vision of a more meaningful Emancipation Day observance into reality. The theme for our celebration of Emancipation Day this year is enkindling our consciousness. This enkindling is necessary because for too long we have hidden the truth of our history in the furthest recesses of our minds, almost as if we have been reluctant to admit it. And I want to say, and quote, "The descendants of slaves have nothing to be ashamed of by virtue merely of the facts. We must not be ashamed because their continued resistance to and rebellion against slavery contributed greatly to their formal freedom on 1st August 1848. Our forefathers were not merely passive recipients of emancipation. The story of their struggle must be told. Celebrating Emancipation Day, therefore, is to celebrate the victory of our ancestors over the system that enslaved them. Celebrating Emancipation Day is to say that we are strong enough to overcome the slavery of our times, poverty, high unemployment, violent crime, and underemployment. Celebrating Emancipation Day is to say that we as a people are determined to become a prosperous nation, conscious of our strengths and abilities, inherited from our slave foreparents, proud of whom we are and from whence we come. The program of activities that has been organized this year is just the beginning. These celebrations will grow and become grander with time. In fact, the planning committee has mapped out an action program for the next 3 years. As of this year, Emancipation Day will no longer be just another holiday. However, the events this year are more than just a long overdue commemoration of Emancipation Day. They are the enkindling of a movement for the comprehensive education of our people in their history and cultural heritage, so that this knowledge can inspire their values and aspirations and underpin their path to development. As I have said before, this means that this government will embark on initiatives to teach our St. Lucian children and African history in our schools. We will introduce the teaching of our Creole language in the education system and enact legislation to make Creole an official language of our country. We will develop and expand our diplomatic relations with African countries to support our efforts to reinvigorate our African heritage. Our new celebrations of Emancipation Day are also the revitalization of our participation in the movement for reparations that was denied our ancestors when they were given legal freedom from slavery in 1848, but were not granted compensation for the enslaved labor. As you should know, the plantation owners and slave masters were paid by the British government for the loss of their so-called property, the slaves, but the so-called property received nothing. St. Lucia will continue to work to ensure that this injustice is cured. So let this year's celebration be the rekindling of the hope for a better future for ourselves and for our people. On 1st August 1838, our forefathers quietly pondered their newly won freedom and their future. Today, 184 years later, let us reflect on what their lives and their sacrifices have meant for us. Let their struggle rekindle in us a resolve not to forget them and to make of this country's people, their descendants, a wonderful, industrious, and prosperous nation for all our people. A people of whom I am truly proud and thank. Have a good day. Happy Emancipation Day.
Agafere.
Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. The beats of the African drums are like our heartbeats, and that is why the beat of the African drum is rooted in everything we do. What do we do when we hear the beating of a drum? Tell me, anybody? Think about it. What do you do when you hear the beating of a drum? It moves your soul. It moves your feet. It moves our bodies. And it stirs within us a longing to be connected to the greatness that was brutally chopped from us. A deep desire to reconnect us to our motherland, Africa. Emancipation Day gives us this opportunity to collectively seek our history and to find the missing pages of the past that have robbed us of our dignity and hope. When we think of emancipation, we think of freedom, we think of liberation, and we think of the past when hope yet born had died. To quote the American poet James Weldon Johnson, who wrote, what is now regarded as the Black national anthem. And so, ladies and gentlemen, let us stir within us this deep passion and longing for our dignity and pride as we welcome to the stage the next performances.
Agafere m ọtụtụ oke osimiri ka m wee rute ebe a na ndagwurugwu ndụ ọhụrụ. Akụkọ m bụ otu n'ime ndị echefuru echefu nke aha ya gbanwere furu efu. Akụkọ m bụ ncheta nke ala dị anya, mgba, ihe mgbu na mmeri. Nụrụ n'olu m niile, gee m ntị ka eziokwu banye n'ime mmụọ gị ma emume ncheta mmalite.
I have crossed many oceans to get here to this place. With green valleys and a new life, my story is one of the forgotten whose name has been changed, lost. My story is the memory of a distant homeland, struggle, pain, and victory. Hear my voice, all will listen. Let truth sink into your consciousness and the ritual of memory begin.
To the All-In Monument.
am the Freedom Monument. I am the personified echo of the resilience and tenacity of your enslaved ancestors on the journey of claiming our freedom. Today, our freedoms are threatened by societal divisions, social issues, crime, violence, loss of identity, lack of respect, and ungodly behavior. Tears of blood flow through our nation. The voices of the Negmawa screams in the pain at the legacy of our lost children and country. Our battles are no longer external conflicts, but internal manifestations. The spirits of the Negmawa can no longer rest while our children are in such turmoil. We implore you to listen to your ancestral messenger, Flo Bwagaya, as she leads you to fight like we once did in battles gone. Fight for your livelihoods. Fight for your identity. Fight for your health and future. Fight for Helen's soul.
The courage and bravery of the Negmawa, entrenched in our bones, is the pedestal upon which you stand and can enjoy your freedoms. Freedoms which you idly discard without a thought to us who came before. The battles we fought, the blood we shed so that you could live free in this land of ours. May God strengthen you, my children, to fight, to live right, live free, and always do what is right and not what is easy. Freedom is yours.
Independence, emancipation, freedom. These terms aren't foreign or new or even unfamiliar. I mean, these are terms that we've been hearing for ages. These words definitely aren't strangers. We don't need to look them up in the dictionary or add them to our vocabulary list. No, these words are already known and understood. We all get the gist of it. Each could be someone leaving home for the very first time, or even a baby standing on her own for just even a short while. Independence has become an expectant. Freedom is recurrent. Emancipation is prevalent. Specifically in this world that we live in today, you can say, especially for that of a country, independence has become somewhat of a necessity. Patriotic or not, pride and honor are born living independently, and that's why countries commit religiously to celebrate a day in honor of its own independence annually. A day we raise the national flag, brag about our country's commodities, hold national rallies in the streets, recall the country's history, sing liberating songs about our jubilee, in which we talk about being free, and then the day is complete. All of this on repeat once every year, and then almost an equivalent repeat of this performative retreat on the 1st of August. I don't know if to any one of us this sounds at least a tad ridiculous, but to me it does more than a mere tad. As a matter of fact, to me the entire ordeal is preposterous, almost blasphemous. Because you see, as a country, we are not truly emancipated. There, I stated it, but stop for a bit. Permit me to speak, understand this, and allow me to toss out the following questions without any interruptions or interjections. In a country, no. Let's get personal. Being ambiguous is not economical at this moment. In our country, St. Lucia, why is it that we harbor a crime rate exceeding the bare minimum? Why are so many arguments being dealt with brazen blades and ammunition? Why is our annual GDP a priority over the increasing number of teens infected with STDs, a priority over the increasing number of 1, lack of employment wages, 2, obituary pages, 3, child abuse cases? And yes, now that I ask these questions, the myriads of you all are probably wondering, what does any of this have to do with the country's emancipation? Granted, St. Lucia's emancipation. Yes, these are all present concerning issues, but in this case, where is the relevance in this discussion? So to all of you who are wondering, I'm telling you, it has to do with everything.
You see, the real reason that this country is not truly emancipated is because emancipation begins up here. In my mind, in your mind, in our minds. This is where freedom begins, where liberty is born, where futures are lived and barriers are torn. Come on, listen to what I have to say. This insanity, it can't be only me who sees the inconsistency in this. Emancipation is gained in the mind first, when people, citizens, release the mod mentality that we possess, the one holding us back from progression and success, when we as a nation come to the riveting realization that the reason for our depleting economy is not because of ministers sitting aimlessly in government seats, no. Our retardation is not because we are under siege from the government or economy or even financially, but mentally. It's because even though we got our own flag, one that we proudly wave, and we should, even though we were able to design our own flag inside here, nothing changed. We remain the same thing, different day. From the beginning of time, we've been far too shallow with the word independence and freedom and emancipation. It's not just about a country getting a new flag or a new pledge or a new anthem or about physical shackles being broken, no. It's the process of the people opening their minds broadening with time, letting old habits die, letting go of the past lies that held us back in the past. The problem is we sought the wrong kind, the wrong type. What we needed was emancipation of the mind. What we still need is emancipation, this time the right kind. Freedom here is the answer before we attempt it out there. A continuous growth mindset that begins deep within the mind of each citizen is so much better than half-heartedly celebrating it on the 1st of August for one day every year. True emancipation will only be born when we are able to say, I am St. Lucia, without focusing solely on the petals or the mountains or the beaches. When we can say, I am St. Lucia, without concentrating solely on our country's resources. When we can say, I am St. Lucia, without beating down members of parliament. When we can say, I am St. Lucia, and think about the development of our minds, the upbringing of our neighbors, the refining of our children's lives, the cause behind these petty crimes, the families that need paternalizing, the projects that can be backseated versus the ones that need to be prioritized, like the increasing number of immigrants to our streets, school children who have nothing to eat, putting a stop to the number of husbands mistreating their wives, getting rid of the violence, the guns, the knives, pondering solutions to the enslavement of our minds. When we begin to liberalize up here, only when we get there, only at that moment, will we be able to truly say that our country is emancipated. Only when we've finally broken free in our minds will we gain true emancipation, the right kind.
Akachukwu, Abeze, Banioko, Adamma, Batai, aha agbanwere mana ekwesịghị ichefu ha. Cheta aha ndị echefuru na ugbo Maki Estate, Fondo Estate, Balanboche, Chozoe, ka anyị rote aha ndị a, tisie ya na mkpu ike, tisie ya na mkpu ike.
Akachukwu, Abese, Banioko, Adama, Batai. The names have been changed, but they should not be forgotten. Remember their names, those lost to the plantations of Maki Estate, Fordo Estate, Balanbush, Chozel. Let's remember their names. Sound it out. Sound it out.
Petit, Pélage, Boîte, Désir, L'Aventeur, Félix, Félax, Castor, Pollu, Mathurin, Fintin, Basile, Lafeuvre, Léandre, Les Ailés, Valère, Heureux, Thomas, Lamy, François, Lourdeau, Ambroise, Ambrosio, Magloire, Lagloire, Firago, Marotte, Joulin, Ledoux, Jetonne, Lachette, Zabelle, Labelle, Pétronille, Douine, Thérèse, Dondon, Petite Rose, De Cide, Laurence Lindor, Adi La Pensée, Scholastique Laye, Polyzène La Violette, Laurentine Le Sus.
Chouka ouvert, nous ka ouais clair, toute la terre joint couleur. Ou pas ni poupée, le soleil tué noisette, à chez nous et même manière. De laisser éclater, de l'air mauvais, nous n'y pour balancer. Je vais la pièce pas jamais aisée, prêter, aller, ou pas ça décider, prêter. Merci mon Dieu, la soleil ça descend, nous n'y pour apprendre, aller où 𝐾𝐿𝐿 point, même si vous parti, même si la vie finit. Ça perd l'esprit. Pour ça lever, on y pour tomber, pas jamais oublier.
will. Now I go to the movies and I go downtown. Somebody keep telling me, don't hang around, but it's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Then I go to my brother and I say, brother, help me, please. But when I go to my brother, oh, he winds up knocking me back down on my knees. Well, there's been times that I thought I wouldn't last for long, but somehow I think I'm able to carry on. Well, it's been a long time coming, but I know a change will come.
anaghị m efu efu, mana ebi m na uche gị. Abụ m otu n'ime gị, gị onye donyere na okpuru ezi nrube isi. Ekere gị agbụ n'egwu, enweghị ntụkwasị obi. Cheta aha ndị a ka Chineke wee nye anyị olileanya.
I am not lost, but live in your memory. I am part of you. You who have been subjugated to genuflect in submission. You, bonded by fear, distrust, remember their names so that they give us hope.
Hippolyte, Mariette, Hippolyte, Marie-Rose, Rose, Constance, Rose, Louise, Rose, Madeleine, Rose, Pierre, Rose, Célestin, Rose, Marie-Joseph, Rose, Monique, Nick, Janvier, Nick, Hélène, Nick, Rosette, Nick, Claire, Nick, Dufin, Nick, Anne Popo, Nick, Sik, Hélène, Nick, Monique, Hélène, Nick, Solilaire, Hélène, Nick, Jaco, Hélène, Nick, Désir, Rosette, Nick, Stanislas, Rosette, Nick, Timothée, Rosette, Nick, Agathe, Rosette, Nick, Raymond, Claude, Nick, Éloise, Claude, Nick, Saint-Agnan, Claude, Nick.
Teta, mara na ị karịrị ndị mmeri. Ị bụ nnu nke ụwa. Ị bụghị onye na-nwere aha, enwe nna, enwe nne. Ị bụghị ihe mberede, gbaa ha. Nwetaghachi aha gị, weghachi ebe nchekwa gị, bie ndụ nrọ gị. N'ụbọchị taata, anyị na-eme mmemme mmeri anyị na nnwere onwe anyị. Ọ bụ oge anyị ga-ebilite n'ụla.
Wake up. Know that you are more than conquerors. You are the salt of the earth. You are not nameless, fatherless, motherless. You are not an accident. Name them. Reclaim your name. Take your memory back. Live your dream. Today, we celebrate our victory, our freedom. It's time to awake.
Laurence Bonne, Antoinette Émilie Bonne, Adélaide Virginie Bonne, Elisa Bonne, Justine Justin, Maréchal Justin, Pierre-Paul Justin, Devant Justin, Fanny Justin, Madeleine Justin, Brigitte Madeleine Justin, Jean-Charles Justin, Joseph Justin, Séraphine Serra, Maurice Serra, Gilles Serra, Jean-François Serra, Jean-Philippe Serra, Roche Serra, Lucette Serra, Laurine Lorrain, Morceau Lorrain, Pélagie Lorrain.
I've been walking with my face turned to the sun, weight on my shoulders, bullet in my gun. Oh, I got eyes in the back of my head, just in case I have to run. I do what I can when I can, while I can for my people. While the clouds roll back and the stars fill the night, that's when I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home. Far across the river, do you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my bones.
Early in the morning, before the sun begins to shine, we're gonna keep moving toward that separating line. I'm waiting through muddy water. You know I got a made up mind. And I don't mind if I lose any blood on my way to salvation. And I'll fight in the strength that I got until I die. So I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home. Far across the river, do you have freedom calling, calling me to answer?
try. Should stars fill up the sky?
Stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going
To a brand new home, far across the river.
Do you have freedom calling, calling me to answer?
Gonna keep on keeping on. I'm gonna
Stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going
to a brand new home, far across the river.
Do you have freedom calling, calling me to answer?
Gonna keep on keeping on. I'm gonna
Stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home. Far across the river, I have freedom calling, calling me to answer.
Gonna keep on keeping on.
I could feel it in my bones. I go to prepare a place for you. 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 I go to prepare a place for you.
Emancipation Proclamation. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Be it declared to all and sundry of the island of St. Lucia that an act passed in the House of Parliament, United Kingdom, 28th August 1843, came into force 1st August 1844, and is long titled. An act for the abolition of slavery throughout the British colony, for promoting the industry of manumitted slaves, and for compensating the persons hitherto entitled the service of such slaves. Whereas several people are held in slavery within the confines of the island of St. Lucia and other British colonies and dominions. And whereas those individuals from 6 years of age have been held in servitude. Be it known by all this present that these individuals shall be known as predial laborers, whether they work the soil or not. Should be free from compulsory labor, but shall be rendered 40 hours of free labor of their former masters every week, but shall do no work on Sundays. Said persons shall be bonded to work and for their previous owners for 40 years during what is called apprenticeship period, until no later 1st August 1840, after which they shall be totally free. During that time, owners of the predial laborer shall provide adequate food, clothing, and shelter for their workers. Be it also known that all slave owners from the British colony and dominions, whether present in the territory or absentee owners, shall be compensated £20 million from the coffers of His Majesty Royal Treasury for loss of the slave as business assets. So shall it be so shall it be done. Given under my hand, Friday, 1st August 1844, on behalf of King William IV, King of the United Kingdom of the Great Britain and Ireland, Colin Sir Dudley St. Ledger Hill, later Lieutenant Governor, St. Lucia.
It was a version of the Emancipation Act transcribed by Margot Thomas. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. We do appreciate your presence here today in this celebration. We are getting ready for the final act for today. Please turn your attention to the choir, who will now lead us to the end. everyone. Have a reflective and inspiring Emancipation Day. Don't forget, all roads lead to Soufrière. So see you guys at 5 in Soufrière.
St. Lucia celebrates Emancipation 2022 under the theme Enkindling Our Consciousness, Embracing Our Past, Celebrating Our Heroes and Strides as a People in a series of engaging, educating and entertaining events from July to August 2022. Be part of the movement. Join the celebration by following the calendar of activities. June through to July. Exciting discussions and discoveries in a traveling community and schools education drive. Sunday, 31st July, 8 a.m., a dynamic food display of breadfruit and bread nut festival at the Holy Trinity Anglican Church Annex. Sunday, July 31st, 4 p.m., the historic honoring and unveiling of the Emancipation hero Petroni, Dennery Village. Monday, 1st August, 4 a.m. Live drums and dance ritual converging at the Castries waterfront in a public celebration of song, dance and rhythm. Castries waterfront. Monday, 1st August, 10 a.m. Lecture by Honorable Dr. June Summer. UN Permanent Forum, Decade of People of African Descent, St. Lucia, Caribbean Perspective. Lecture by Sir Hilary Beckles, How Europe Underdeveloped the Caribbean, the St. Lucia Model. Monday, 1st August, 5 p.m. A freedom concert featuring St. Lucian musicians, singers, and performers. Soufrière Stadium.
It's an African jungle.
Tuesday, 11th August, 8 p.m. Youth Podcast, Voices of the Next Generation, National Youth Council and Interact Rotary St. Lucia. Tuesday, 18th August, 8 p.m. Panel discussion, Distribution and Dispensation of Land Post-Emancipation, NTN Studios. Secrets of the Mountain, a series of hikes to Mount Jimmy. Saturday, August 6th, 13th, 27th from 6:30 a.m. Tuesday, 25th August, 7 p.m. Groundbreaking documentary, Mama La Vie, National Cultural Center. Tuesday, 30th August, 9 a.m. La Oise Festival Grand Fête, a sensory experience of color, a celebration of tradition, food and entertainment. Castries Constitution Park and William Peter Boulevard. For more information, go to cdfstlucia.org. St. Lucia celebrates Emancipation 2022 under the theme Enkindling Our Consciousness, Embracing Our Past, Celebrating Our Heroes and Strides as a People in a series of engaging, educating and entertaining events from July to August 2022. Be part of the movement. Join the celebration by following the calendar of activities. June through to July. Exciting discussions and discoveries in a traveling community and schools education drive. Sunday, 31st July, 8 a.m. A dynamic food display of breadfruit and bread nut festival at the Holy Trinity Anglican Church Annex. Sunday, July 31st, 4 p.m. The historic honoring and unveiling of the Emancipation hero Petroni, Dennery Village. Monday, 1st August, 4 a.m. Live drums and dance ritual converging at the Castries waterfront in a public celebration of song, dance and rhythm. Castries waterfront. Monday, 1st August, 10 a.m. Lecture by Honorable Dr. June Soomer. UN Permanent Forum, Decade of People of African Descent, St. Lucia, Caribbean Perspective. Lecture by Sir Hilary Beckles, How Europe Underdeveloped the Caribbean, the St. Lucia Model. Monday, 1st August, 5 p.m. A Freedom Concert featuring St. Lucian musicians, singers, and performers. Soufriere Stadium. Tuesday, 11th August, 8 p.m. Youth Podcast, Voices of the Next Generation, National Youth Council and Interact Rotary St. Lucia. Tuesday, 18th August, 8 p.m. Panel discussion, Distribution and Dispensation of Land Post-Emancipation, NTN Studios. Secrets of the Mountain, a series of hikes to Mount Jimmy. Saturday, August 6th, 13th, 27th from 6:30 a.m. Tuesday, 25th August, 7 p.m. Groundbreaking documentary, Mama La Vie, National Cultural Center. Tuesday, 30th August, 9 a.m. La Oise Festival 𝐶𝐿 Fête, a sensory experience of color, a celebration of tradition, food and entertainment. Castries Constitution Park and William Peter Boulevard. For more information, go to cdfstlucia.org. St. Lucia celebrates Emancipation 2022 under the theme Enkindling Our Consciousness, Embracing Our Past, Celebrating Our Heroes and Strides as a People in a series of engaging, educating and entertaining events from July to August 2022. Be part of the movement. Join the celebration by following the calendar of activities. June through to July. Exciting discussions and discoveries in a traveling community and schools education drive. Sunday, 31st July, 8 a.m. A dynamic food display of breadfruit and bread nut festival